So this weekend, the tip of my penis got kicked into my fupa. I regret I really don't have anything for an opening or a skit this week. It's been a very busy last handful of days, I'll tell you that much. I think by the time I get done editing this, I will have 2 videos right here where you can see how goofy and how ridiculous I was acting this weekend. You click down here for the best man speech that I gave this weekend, or you can click up there to see some genuine Loaf and Okie. I also do have a pretty awesome project that I'll be working on later on this weekend, and then Money in the Bank will be Sunday, and then Raw's going to be here next Monday. So thinking on that, I decided I should wear every single wrestling t-shirt I have. Here's number 1, Mick Foley Mankind, on the Raw Loaf this week. And go ahead and you can tweet hashtag Loaf shirt, or you can leave comments below. Whatever shirts have the most votes will be the 2 shirts that I'll wear to the show. And it's unlimited voted. You can vote 40,000 times for this t-shirt if you want. And I'll wear this if it has the most votes. Just remember hashtag Loaf shirt, or just leave your comments below. School is also starting this week for me. This week's not gonna be that great because I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to convey to you how much dancing I did this weekend. And on top of all that is me on top of all of my legs. And my legs don't want to work because I used and abused my legs this weekend. Ouch. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. I guess you can't catch a fish every time you cast the line. Is that a good enough excuse? I hope so. But I just hope this doesn't stop y'all from returning next week, or the week after that, I should say. Now, I think I know this is gonna blow a lot of your minds, but I'm worrying AJ is being saturated a little bit too much. Trust me, I'm not getting sick of seeing AJ. What I am worried about is other people getting sick of AJ, because that would lead to her not being on TV as much. I haven't checked WWEshop.com recently, but she should be selling tons of merchandise right now, and if they haven't advertised anything, they're stupid if they haven't. Now, what's stupid is they brought back the anonymous Raw GM, if you ask me. If it's Michael Cole, that's cool, but my dream is about to come true. CM Punk comes out, says a few words, but I already forgot what they were. AJ takes a step back, and she says, I know what I have to do, and she gets down on one knee. She should have asked Phil to marry her, because that would have been amazing. And of course we get a no chant going from Daniel Bryan himself, and then he comes out and asks AJ to marry him. I'm a little heartbroken here, but that's cool. That's cool. Now, I'm just telling myself, and I'm pretty sure it's true, that AJ has yet to see my new profile picture on Twitter. That's probably why she's not thinking straight right now. We get a match between Sheamus and Swagger, but you barely know that Swagger was there without his entrance and the fact that this match was the length of a Divas match. It was pretty much white noise, bro kick, win. Del Rio comes up on the Titantron, shoots a quick little promo. Literally, there was like no reason for Sheamus to be angry over this, and bro kicks and bro quick. Okay, word of the wise, don't try to do a vlog while chewing gum. Gum's delicious. Like, hold on. You might think I'm a little crazy, but this Icebreaker's Ice Cube Spearmint, drink it with Coors Light. It's so good. What I'm really worried about is the fact that Swagger probably won't appear next week now, because he's probably going to be injured from the bro kicks. And I won't be happy at Raw. Neither will anybody else that can hear me, because I'm still chanting for Swagger. I couldn't believe that Ryder already was on Raw. He's on there quick with a promo with Santina. Santina said the anonymous Raw general manager was in the building tonight, and he was going to go find it. And I'm just throwing this shirt on really quick, because I'm pretty sure Ryder probably won't make another appearance on Raw. And then we come back from commercial break. Oh, jeez, I got it on backwards. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a body of a man. Then we come back from commercial break, and there's already a match going on between Christian and Tyson Kidd and Prince Albert and Ziggler. And this match went about as fast as the Sheamus and Swagger match, which ended with Christian getting pinned again for 2 weeks in a row after Tenzai did his little back flap on him. So after the match, Tenzai just goes wacko and just starts beating on Tyson Kidd. I don't know if you love the old school video game bad dudes like some people I know. It was Cole or Lawler when they called Tenzai a bad dude. My first thought was, I'm bad! So right after the match, Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole start bickering at each other. You know somebody got fired because King were waiting for the email notification and it wasn't coming, and Lawler took the initiative to go do it himself anyway. And I love the fact every time something goes wrong, our first thought is automatically, oh, McMahon's firing somebody. So tonight we're voting on WWE.com whether Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler should have a WrestleMania rematch or not. Now, I'm pretty sure I can go to WWE.com and not vote because it seems like those are fixed. You know this match is gonna happen. As the vast majority of the viewers are 7-year-old kids who spend hundreds of dollars on Cena merchandise. Those 7-year-old kids also have iPhones where they probably just go on and vote right there, and then they probably got 2 laptops and an iPad and an Android tablet, and they'll all vote yes to Lawler versus Cole. Next up, we got the Funkasaurus and Drew McIntyre. All the matches tonight have been confused with Divas matches because they've all been like a minute long. Drew McIntyre goes to the top rope and does to do some sort of like double axe handle, but literally Funkasaurus just goes and he headbutts him and then he splashes him and the match is over. Victory for Funkasaurus. Alright, so Cena comes out and he quotes Winston Churchill and then he tells us that he's going to win the Money in the Bank on Sunday. He guarantees it. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the night, Michael Cole said this was supposed to be the main event, but right now we got Jericho versus Kane and Cena. Throughout this match, I was like, who's Kane? Is he heel or is he babyface? What? I don't know where he is right now. If I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, I would label Kane as chaotic neutral. And we get to see all 4 combatants' entrances to this, which is unlike every other match of the night. And it turns out that's because this match lasts longer than a minute. Is that what it is? A long entrance equals a longer match? Is that why we don't see the Divas enter half the time? But all night I haven't literally laughed out loud until Big Show tagged in Jericho and Jericho came running in there at the speed of like a mongoose in the wintertime going after a snake, and Kane just went wham! I thought Jericho was going in there to own somebody. He got flatlined. Man, did you see Super Cena do that super back body suplex to the Big Show, and he back body suplexed to infinity and beyond, man! And is it just me, or does the Big Show's spear look goofy? It looks like, you know, when cows are being like shuffled over to the side and they're kind of like moving. That's what Big Show's spear looks like. So this match goes over the course of 2 commercial breaks. But what I'm not gonna go with was how the match ended, because apparently it's a disqualification to stop your tag team partner from being pinned. I don't know. I really hope somebody can comment or something or tweet me and just let me know what happened, because my mind is blown. My mind's been blown by a few referee decisions. I was gonna say referorical, but I don't know if that's a word. But this one, pretty sure it was right there, and I thought about AJ and everything went black for about 4 seconds, but please let me know. After the match ends, the Big Show goes wild and just starts hitting Kane and Jericho, and then out of like nowhere, Cena comes out with a ladder and starts pounding. If it is just these 4 on Sunday, the other Money in the Bank match is totally going to overshadow this one. Next up, we have a couple promos. Eve wishes CM Punk luck after the match with AJ. I really hate to say things are not funny. So Santino's looking around with his magnifying glass, and then he sees an iPhone sitting on a crate. He goes and grabs the iPhone and says, this must be the anonymous Raw general manager's iPhone. And then an arm comes in and grabs the iPhone, and then Santino says, oh, are you the anonymous Raw general manager? And then it's, okay, camera pans back and it's Khali, and Khali says yes. And then Santino says, oh, you're the Raw GM? And then Khali says no. And then Santino says, well, which is it? Are you the Raw GM or not? And then Khali says, who dat? And then Santino says something like, oh, you so crazy, Khali, and walks off. And then Khali is sitting there with his cell phone just going, cell phone. What? So the Money in the Bank pre-show is going to be Camacho and Hunico versus Kofi Kingston and R-Truth. Next up, we have Sin Cara versus Heath Slater for a qualifying spot in the Money in the Bank World Heavyweight Championship match on Sunday. What happened to Sin Cara's opening jump? Why did they get rid of his trampoline? It's because it hurt him too much? I don't know. It's just, you can't become less exciting as time goes on. That's not exciting. I will say, Heath Slater did one gigantic body slam on Sin Cara. Boy, howdy, man, that was a man. I was sitting there watching, and when he did it, I was loud. Listen next week. And the thing that sucks is history is showing that over half the time whenever I go to these live events, they don't do body slams. It sucks. But boy, howdy, if there is one, you're gonna hear me in the crowd. I'll probably be like, and then I'll be like, oh my god. But in the end, Sin Cara won, and nobody cared.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And of course we weren't gonna be cheated out of a legend appearance with Heath Slater in the ring. And I will tell you, the man, the original Botunga, Bob Backlund, came out. I was a little child when he was around, and I still remember him. I remember him saying, every single intelligent being carries around with them a pocket dictionary. And I'm gonna walk over to my bookshelf right now. I've had this thing for a long time. I just don't get to carry it around anymore because I got the Merriam-Webster app. Bob Backlund had a big impact on my life. So of course the WWE Universe, that's you guys, you voted to have this Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler match. This match consisted of an airplane spinner on Michael Cole, and then Jerry Lawler pinned him for the win. Now the only thing that is like not making me go into like, oh my god, this sucks, is the fact that so many things that suck happen so fast. I don't have time to complain. I kind of like their strategy.
Crikey! This marvelous specimen of a bone is giving us a nip slip.
After Lawler won, the anonymous Raw GM said, I'm going to reverse the decision because of a blatant interference by Booker T. And then Santino comes out and says, the only place I haven't searched for the Raw GM is under the ring, so the Raw GM's under the ring. And honestly, my first thought, it's Hornswoggle under the ring. And then the GM said, there's nobody on the ring, and Hornswoggle was under the ring. And then everybody was like, what? Hornswoggle did something to Lawler, then he bit Santino in the butt, and then he kicked Michael Cole in the knee, which, by the way, Cole sold that very well. And literally Josh Matthews' response was what everybody's response was. What? Finally we have Daniel Bryan and Eve versus CM Punk and AJ. I didn't realize how much I missed Eve's entrance. I guess it's pretty important to a lot of you to know that The Rock will be back for the 1000th episode of Raw. So we get a little wrestling between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, and then we get a little bit of wrestling between Eve and AJ. And then Eve goes to tag Daniel Bryan backs off and is like, no. Same reason I would for AJ. Because you know what? Listen to this. If AJ really did ask to marry me, she's the type of girl that you would want to say no to. Because she probably would want you even more. I don't know if that's a good thing. I will say tonight, Daniel Bryan did steal this show. If it wasn't for Daniel Bryan and Heath Slater, this tonight would have been a total downer, man. So CM Punk says, I'm gonna tell you the truth, AJ. No, I'm not going to marry you. AJ slaps him. Daniel Bryan just starts going, come home, AJ. Come home, AJ. And I loved it so much. Then I'm staring at his beard, and all I could think of is, I'm a man. I've got a beard. And then AJ goes over and slaps him. Daniel Bryan's face of that? Whoa. And then AJ skips up the ramp, and I'm waiting for a twist to see who she was gonna leave the arena with, because I thought for sure there'd be Kane or somebody, but there wasn't anybody. So that does it for episode 19, The Raw Loaf. Again, if you did not like this episode nearly as much as my other ones, my apology was at the beginning of this video, so you can slap me if you ever see me in person. I'll take it like a man. But now I'm wearing my Cody Rhodes shirts. You've seen all of my wrestling shirts. Tell me which ones you want me to take to Raw. Maybe your favorite wrestling shirt that I own will appear on television. If I am on television, I think I will be for most of the nights, but I will be getting to Raw really early. If any of you people are actually in Vegas, make sure you come and say hi. I'll probably be tweeting. Follow me on Twitter at BLoafX. You can follow the Facebook page at facebook.com/TheRawLoaf. You can hit that subscribe button. Like this video down there, because those are more legit than the actual views. If you even dislike it, that's fine. I don't mind. Everybody's got opinions. I'm not going to argue with you. So who wants a SmackDown recap of me just like reading it like a normal YouTube show? I feel like I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. Hornswoggle and Eve get wet. Del Rio gives his best promo ever as he checks Mexicans' papers, and I'm not being red. It was hilarious. It was like way out of the elements for here. Khali and Layla defend against Cesaro and Xana. Rhodes defeats Christians with the Crossroads, and he gets into the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. Somehow Slater is kicked out of the Great American Bash Party. I guess he's too good at singing. Ziggler defeats Riley for Money in the Bank spot, and you're welcome, Alex Riley, by the way, for that television appearance. Michael Cole hits on AJ, and she pops like 69,000 clitoral boners, because I probably would. Santino, Sergeant Slaughter, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeat Camacho, Hunico, and McIntyre. R-Truth did tell Eve she's all wet, which was hilarious. Zack Ryder wins the Battle Royale, and he'll be the general manager for Zack Down this week. One thing though, I never saw Swagger get eliminated. Did you see Swagger get eliminated? No, I didn't see him get eliminated.